Starts right now.
Good morning. It is Thursday, June 13th. We are almost done with the week, Steph.
I know. It's almost Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had a chance to enjoy all that rain yesterday. It was exciting.
Did you get any at your place?
Yes, I got it not only at my house, but all the way on the other side of town to my daughter's volleyball practice because we were driving in the rain, but it was still nice to see it.
It was a nice, a nice shower. We got about 5 minutes of a light rain over on the northeast side. And Mike, that's pretty much it for a while, right?
Yes, and also that was the exception rather than the rule. Most everybody didn't see rain yesterday. It was just a couple little spots, and that one happened to move through right around downtown, which was nice for folks here in town. But like I said, most everybody didn't see anything. And that's adding to the humidity factor somewhat as well. So you step outside and you will definitely notice that. We are at 79 degrees right now. It's back up there. Yeah, normal low is 73, and we're just pretty much mid and upper 70s. And then look at the dew point temperatures. I mean, this is almost going back to a couple of weeks ago when you get up 74, 75 degrees for these dew points around here. That is that kind of run into the, push back when you open up the door, wet towel sort of humidity, step outside. So we do have heat index readings to deal with, upper 70s and low 80s around here. And one of the problems is dew points aren't going to really be dropping down that much. I mean, we still had some of that moisture hanging around here yesterday as well in the afternoon, which added to the heat index and the sticky feeling. We are going to be up into the upper 90s later on today, 94 at 2 o'clock, and then top off right there at 97. Plenty of sunshine around the area throughout the rest of today, and it's only going to warm up as we go in through the weekend. We're going to top off triple digits on Father's Day, but the forecast for next week is looking encouraging, both as far as temperatures and more rain is concerned. Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Marquez. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mike. Yeah, and good morning to all of our folks out there. If you're about to hit the roads right now, things have gotten a little bit busy. A little bit of a surprise during our 5 o'clock hour as we take a look behind me. I-35 northbound at Thousand Oaks. We have a crash reported in this area, so we're still seeing traffic get through on the right-hand lane, but you see off to the shoulder there, left-hand lane, and at least one main lane right now is blocked because of a crash that was reported about 30 to 45 minutes or so ago. So we have photojournalist Alex Gomez. He's on the roads for us early this morning, and we have actually sent him out to the northeast side of town. So let's go ahead and check in with Alex. And I see a lot of brake lights in front of you, my friend. How are things looking?
Good morning, RJ. Yeah, lots of brake lights right now. This is 35 northbound right before Thousand Oaks. So I just got on this. I've only been here for about 5 minutes, and like you said, it's been working for a while, so hopefully it clears soon, but I'm on the left side. I know you said the right lane's open, so I got to make my way that way. So I'll let you know how this goes. Again, so far I've been in this for about 5 minutes right now, RJ.
So we will check back in with Alex here in just a little bit to see exactly what those drive times are looking at if you are on the northeast side. As we take a quick look at our maps right here at Thousand Oaks, as we're seeing our congestion a little bit in the Weidner area as well, but we're also seeing some congestion a little bit further up the road in the Randolph area, and of course all of our activity taking place Topper Wine and Judson Roads area. So definitely very busy out there. That is not the only thing that we're seeing at the moment as we take a look here at the west side of town, and Alex and I were messaging each other about this other incident. So he's on the northeast side, but we do have an incident here, a crash being reported 90 East past Southwest 36th Street, and that's going to be right in between 151 and 36th Street. So definitely something to keep in mind if you're headed out of town. Bless you, Sarah. And hopefully you guys stay safe as we make our way on your Thursday morning commute. But again, it's been a little bit busy to start our Thursday morning. Stephanie, Sarah, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you. This morning, the backlog at the Bexar County Jail is finally cleared. That's according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office.
However, the recent backlog of inmates is just one of several complications with the new system. We have also heard about issues finding where suspects are being held in a county building. Now, an expunged case is still appearing on that public database. Zaria Oates spoke with people who say they dealt with the issues firsthand.
It's unacceptable.
And it was just a hassle trying to get out.
A man just released on Sunday from the Bexar County Jail following 2 misdemeanor charges says it took 3 days to get out. It's a problem we've heard several times. He asked to remain anonymous because of his job.
My good friend was calling around to get me out of the jail. Each bond company she called they were telling her that I'm not in the system. There's no record of me.
It's a problem one bail bond company says they're seeing with the new Odyssey criminal case management system.
It goes down and comes back up and goes down and comes back up. So sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work.
Some people are in there for like 4 or 5 days.
Lengthy jail stays, a lack of beds and clothes, and a busy magistrate's office are among the complaints KSAT has heard about the Bexar County Adult Detention Center, all stemming from issues with the new system.
People are coming down here to try to get them loved ones out as quickly as possible, and so we're constantly explaining to them it takes time. There's a new system involved. You just have to try to be patient, but it's hard for people to have patience when their loved one's in jail.
In Bexar County, Zaria Oates, KSAT 12 News.
Well, investigators say a motorized scooter caused the fire that claimed the life of a 68-year-old man. That fire broke out on Tuesday at a home on Christian Drive, not far from Loop 410 in Rigsby. That's on the east side of town. Now, when crews got there, they found the victim in the kitchen near a fire extinguisher. He was taken to the hospital with serious burns and later died.
Well, this morning, dangerous flooding from a tropical disturbance is drenching much of southern Florida with more than a foot of rain in some areas. The system was pushing across Florida from the Gulf of Mexico at roughly the same time as early June starts the hurricane season. Rain is expected to fall in the area through Saturday. Some areas could see up to 10 inches of rain. Meanwhile, in the west, a new wildfire is sparking evacuations in Arizona. Temperatures in several cities hit triple digits as part of a heat wave that is impacting cities from Phoenix to Denver to Las Vegas. And President Joe Biden and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky are expected to sign a major long-term security agreement today.
As ABC's Christian Cordero reports, it comes as the U.S. widens its sanctions against Russia.
President Joe Biden is in Italy this morning, where he'll meet with European and Canadian leaders known collectively as the G7, while his meeting with another leader there is expected to produce a landmark deal. Biden and his Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky are set to sign a security agreement with the U.S. pledging long-term support for Ukraine's military. The administration says the agreement is like others Ukraine has signed with other countries and does not include any commitment to use U.S. forces to defend Ukraine. It's meant to send Russia a firm message, one of several. The U.S. also announced it's widening economic sanctions to discourage countries like China from doing business with Russia.
These actions will ratchet up the risk that foreign financial institutions take by dealing with Russia's war economy.
Russian war ships, meanwhile, are on full display just over 100 miles from Florida's coast. The fleet, which includes a nuclear-powered submarine, was welcomed with a 21-cannon salute by longtime ally Cuba as Russian military drills begin there for the first time in 16 years. It comes at the heels of threats from Vladimir Putin in response to the U.S. greenlighting Ukraine's attacks on Russian targets near Ukraine's border using U.S.-supplied weapons. The Pentagon has downplayed the significance of Russia's latest move.
This is not a surprise. We're always constantly going to monitor any foreign vessels operating near U.S. territorial waters. We, of course, take it seriously, but these exercises don't pose a threat to the United States.
Back to that U.S.-Ukraine bilateral agreement, Biden and Zelensky are expected to sign it later today before holding a joint press conference. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Not a good night for the Dallas Mavs hosting the Boston Celtics in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Mavericks hot off the jump. There he is, Luka walking in. So Luka Doncic goes to work on Jason Tatum, then scores down low. Doncic puts Dallas up by double digits early on. Boston tightens things up, but wait. Dante Exum drives, there it is, and throws down the dunk over Tatum. But you know how this story goes. Tatum will always get his. Derek White feeds Tatum for the jam. And the final score from Dallas, 106-99 Celtics. Luka finished with 27 before fouling out Kyrie Irving, had 35. Jaylen Brown and Tatum combined for 61. Boston's potentially championship clinching game for Friday at 7:30 right here on KSAT 12. No team has ever come back 0-3 in the playoffs. Can they do it?
I know. I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, man, poor Dallas. And I was wondering, I didn't search it up, but I was like, I'd have to ask RJ if anyone's ever come back. So let's see if they make history. He's like, nope.
You think they can, RJ?
Nope. Okay.
All right. All right. Sorry, Mavs. But still watch us. It's 5:10 and 78 degrees.
Well, with the summer sun can come an increased risk of getting skin cancer. Up next, an important message from one of the Jonas Brothers who was recently diagnosed.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Yeah, it's 78 degrees, but the humidity is cranked up. If you were lucky, you got a little bit of a shower yesterday. That's it for a while, maybe until mid next week as things are moving in the Gulf. Mike will explain when we come back.
Well, welcome back. It's 5:13. Well, Kevin Jonas of the Jonas Brothers is reminding fans to have their skin checked after revealing his skin cancer diagnosis. ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, skin cancer under age 40. I'm a sucker for you. Kevin Jonas may be the oldest of the Jonas Brothers, but he's only 36, which made this video posted to his Instagram resonate with fans.
So today I am getting a basal cell carcinoma removed from my head.
Basal cell carcinoma is the most common skin cancer in the world. An estimated 3.6 million Americans are diagnosed every year.
Basal cell cancers can often just look like a simple pimple that's just not going away. Sometimes they can even look like a scar or a little rough patch.
Make sure to get those moles checked, people.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert guidance you need for preventing, identifying, and treating skin cancer. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
All right, it's 5:15 and 78 degrees.
Let's look out there with Drive Cam. We have Alex Gomez on the scene of what looks to be like a crash. We're going to be checking in with him and also with RJ coming up.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. Experience it all on America's largest and fastest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of unlimited for only $30 a line. Switch today.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. So you can sell it online, take it in person, and go big, like 1 million orders big. Whatever the stage, businesses that grow with Shopify.
Welcome back. It's 5:18 and kind of busy on the roadways already.
Yeah, definitely, guys. You know what? When it rains, it pours sometimes out on the roads right now, as we had a couple incidents that we're following at the moment right now. But some good news for our drivers on the west side of town. It looks like they're clearing this incident out at 90 East at 36th Street. So this is right between Highway 151 for all of our drivers coming in from the far west side of town. And we got the flares up in this area here. So it's going to take about 30 minutes before those flares go out. So we see some of our traffic kind of maneuvering their way through that area right now. See some emergency vehicles also moving through here as well. But the other big incident that we're following at the moment, let's see if I find our camera here, is 35 northbound at Thousand Oaks right now. And it looks like we are seeing some traffic get through this area, but we are seeing a pretty good backup here, 35-410. Let's check back in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He's on the roads for us, and he's actually unfortunately stuck behind some of this mess, but he's got a clear picture of what's going on. Let the folks know what's happening, Alex.
Yeah, I pulled over to the side right now, RJ. Check this out. A few vehicles involved, one of them being this big 18-wheeler right here. So that 18-wheeler is already hitched up, and it's going to be on that left side. So only one lane open on the northeast side right here, 35 northbound, right before Thousand Oaks, and you can see right here, the last thing we need to do is just clean up this mess. A lot of debris still on the roadway, so hopefully we can get this cleared up within this hour for our 6 o'clock drivers. RJ?
Okay, thank you very much, Alex, for checking that out for us. And you just saw the amount of debris. Great shot there by Alex from our live streaming vehicle out there. And also, just want to make sure that you want to give those officials enough time to clear out. And obviously, it's a little bit of a dangerous job when they're out there on the highway. So again, 35 northbound Thousand Oaks Drive over the O'Connor area, kind of backing traffic up to 410 and 35. But as Alex mentioned, and we just saw there, it looks like they are about to clear that accident out here, hopefully in the next 15, 20 minutes or so. Biggest thing we're following right now is this incident right now, so we will continue to keep an eye on the roads and see how things are going. Mike, you know what? I got some of that rain yesterday. It was nice. I was in the middle of a nap. It did wake me up, so that was.
Is that a bad thing though? When you get nice afternoon rain.
Yeah.
So that was in the afternoon, right?
It was. Yes.
Okay. Well, in the morning, a lot of folks picked up some very heavy rain. New Braunfels, great rain in the recharge zone, a little more than 2 inches. And here's what it looked like when you look at remember yesterday morning we were looking at those big cells and they worked their way through. So here's the 24-hour rainfall totals. And just to the north of Stockdale, almost 2 inches of rain, 2 inches up here, just to the, kind of west, if you will, of Canyon Lake, straight north on 281 and more off to the east. That's 24 hours. And then we had that lull in the action. Then they fired back up. So look at the 12-hour rainfall totals. That was it. This goes back to obviously 5:30 yesterday. Now, of course, this moved on through here right before 5:30. But just to compare that, in the afternoon, not many folks got rain. And again, this was a little more than an inch over there and picked up just over about a quarter of an inch out there at the airport. Got some decent showers. I was one of the fortunate ones as well. So this morning we do have mostly clear skies right now, but we do have some humidity out there. So we do have a heat index to deal with. It feels like 80 here in town. We're going to see plenty of sunshine today. Humidity is going to kind of hang in there tough. We're going to keep those dew points high enough to where we will have heat index readings up right around the low hundreds. We're going to top off at 97, normal high 92. Now, let's jump ahead. First of all, the high, which is just off to the west of us, we've been getting this northerly flow, bringing these little disturbances in here. But as this continues to work its way in our direction, that's pretty much going to put a lid on anything. Then it continues to work its way off to the east. And so what that's going to do is sort of open up the Gulf a little bit. And this is going to allow, we'll get more moisture coming on in here. Humidity, is going to be a factor, but little disturbances are going to be wrapping around that thing from the Gulf. And also, and you really can't see it from this vantage point here, but well down there in the western and southern portion of the Gulf, long-range models want to develop a low out there. Hurricane Center, of course, anything this time of year, and this is bathwater out there. It's so warm. So Hurricane Center is obviously eyeballing that thing for next week. Right now, it would stay well to the south of us thanks to that high, but some of the long-range models do have decent rain chances coming in here by the middle portion of next week. So as far as today, 97, 98 tomorrow, and then we get warmer and warmer and up to 100 on Father's Day. And then that's when we peak, kind of slide downward. We're looking at mid to lower 90s by the middle of next week and better rain chances, especially Wednesday, Thursday of next week, if everything plays out as it looks now.
That's encouraging.
Yeah, it is encouraging for next week. So
get through the weekend. I'm sorry for Father's Day. It's going to be 100.
You can stay inside.
Brunch indoors.
Yeah, indoors.
Thank you, Mike. It's 5:23 and 78 degrees.
Let's look at your winning lotto numbers. Pick 3, 5, 3, 1, Fireball 2. Daily 4, 2, 7, 5, 6, Fireball 7.
Cash 5, 10, 28, 31, 32, 34. Texas Lotto 1, 12, 23, 33, 34, 44. Good luck. An iconic band is now rocking online in Fortnite.
CNN's David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
That left jab is finding
on the biggest night in Atlanta history. There was only one place you had to be.
Here's your first look at Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist, about the infamous armed robbery after Muhammad Ali's 1970 comeback bout. Kevin Hart, Taraji P. Henson, Don Cheadle, Terrence Howard, and Samuel L. Jackson star in the series, streaming on Peacock September 5th. Metallica is taking center stage in Fortnite. Band-themed gameplay launches today across the online game platform, and on June 22nd and 23rd, players can attend an in-game concert titled Metallica Fuel, Fire, Fury.
Now, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you were thinking while looking at your phone.
94-year-old June Squibb, who plays a scam victim looking for revenge in her new film Thelma, goes after talking and texting theater goers in a new public service announcement.
If you were expecting me to be patient with you, I can tell you I have no patience. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long acting career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you.
Staying very quiet in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Terrified.
I know. Wow. I'm awake.
Yeah.
Time now 5:28 and 77 degrees for now.
Ready for some free fun this summer? Up next, the programs you can take your kiddos to, courtesy of the San Antonio Public Library.
Welcome back, 5:31. Happy Thursday, everyone.
It's June 13th. Good morning.
Friday Eve, right? Or weekend Eve?
No, Practice Friday.
Okay.
Oh,
what
Practice
it's called.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. We can
How do you
pretend.
practice for Friday?
It's all up here, Mike. Takes years of practice.
Mental fortitude.
Okay, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
So, we had some good rain. Well, some folks got some good rain yesterday morning and then again later on in the afternoon. Fewer and further between as far as those showers and thunderstorms. Hopefully you did get some of the rain. A lot of folks out to the west just kind of missed out completely on everything, and that's it for a while. But way down the road, things are looking encouraging. Here's a view out there at the airport, and everything's moving along pretty nicely. We've got temperatures that are in the upper 70s right now. Normal low is 73, so do the math. We're mid and upper 70s. It's warmer than it has been the past couple of mornings, thanks in part to the extra humidity out there. Now, this is due to some of the rain that we had, all the moisture in the ground, dew points 74, 75. That is definitely kind of fog up your glasses kind of humidity. So heat index reading upper 70s, some low 80s, and humidity is really not going to be going down that much later on this afternoon. So it's going to be kind of a steamy afternoon. Mold is on the moderate side. It did come down significantly from the previous day's reading. Hot, humid today, and we're just going to get hotter going into the weekend. Hot, 100 degrees for Dad. Now next week, it's kind of tough to use the word cooler. It's a relative term in this case. Not as hot, I'll say, for next week. We'll be in the mid and even some lower 90s. And some rain chances are going to be coming on in here, especially the mid to latter portion of the week. We're definitely going to have to be watching the Gulf because as of right now, it looks like there's a low that wants to develop there. Hurricane Center's keeping its eye on it as well. But that's going to be our, hopefully, rainmakers. It's looking right now going in toward the mid to latter part of next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, still got those problems out there, RJ?
Oh yeah, Mike, already seen a big mess out there northeast side. Not only some ongoing construction, but of course we've had an 18-wheeler wreck that we've been following over the past 30 minutes or so. As we take a look behind me, TransGuide traffic cameras, 35 at Thousand Oaks Drive. I want to show you another angle here. This is now the backup that we're seeing, 35 northbound at 1604. So again, 35 Loop 410, very, very busy area right now. So we see a couple of these vehicles moving through here on the right-hand side here as they have, looks like at least the shoulder and one main lane blocked. And maybe one of those vehicles we see is off to the side of the road. That would be photojournalist Alex Gomez. Let's check back in with Alex. And I know that earlier he had shots of the wrecker with that 18-wheeler on there. So let's see what the latest is. Alex, how are things going?
Yeah, well, it's still in the clearing stages right now, RJ. Right now, you can see the 18-wheeler. That's already hitched up. That's ready to get on out of here. But we do have crews still staying behind just to clean up that debris. And they're going to put all of that debris on the back of the bed of this tow truck right here with the second vehicle involved. So hopefully they can wrap this up by the 6 o'clock hour for our 6 o'clock drivers about to hit the roadways. When I went through this, it took me about 10 minutes. But again, more drivers on the road. I think that wait time is just going to add, RJ.
We have already actually seen a buildup there, Alex, 35 and 410. So make sure to stay safe out there as he takes a look at some of the debris, and they are continuing to clean up that situation there. So that's a look there. 35 northbound traffic backing up to 410 in the Windcrest area. Want to let you know also about this backup here. I-10 West at 1604 Greytown Road. Looks like this might be some lingering construction from overnight, but causing some delays for our drivers coming into town from the far east side of the greater Bexar County area. So we will continue to follow all of this and give you more updates as we get them. Sarah, Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. Well, San Antonio ISD is working with consultants to repurpose some of its school buildings. 15 schools across SAISD closed late last month, and the district says the counselors of Real Estate Consulting Corps interviewed local stakeholders last week. Now, some of its early recommendations include turning to the city, county, or local nonprofits for potential long-term leases, assessing neighborhoods to determine missing or desired services such as community centers or healthcare facilities, and continuing to maintain the facility's green spaces. Consulting team is working with SAISD under a grant. Its full report to the district is expected in about 60 days.
Well, good news at Southwest ISD. During a meeting last night, the Board of Trustees voted to provide school supplies for all elementary and middle school students within the district for the upcoming school year. So in addition, a little more money is on the way for teachers and staff at Southwest ISD. A new compensation package was also approved by the trustees for the upcoming school year. It includes a 2% raise for full-time employees. Some other highlights include a starting salary of $61,000 for new teachers, and bus driver starting pay will start at $19 an hour.
Austin-based Alamo Drafthouse has new ownership. Sony Pictures now owns its 35 locations. That includes the Park North and Stone Oak theaters here in San Antonio. So the current Alamo Drafthouse CEO will continue to oversee the chain as part of the Sony Pictures Experiences division. Sony says Alamo Drafthouse will continue to show content from other studios.
The Biden administration is facing its first legal challenges over the executive order that restricts the asylum process. Several migrant advocacy groups, including the American Civil Liberties Union, filed a lawsuit. The groups say that order is similar to one that the Trump administration also tried to implement, which the courts blocked. President Biden's order limits the asylum process once migrant encounters reach 2,500 per day. In a statement, an attorney from the ACLU said in part, quote, by enacting an asylum ban that is legally indistinguishable from the Trump ban we successfully blocked, we were left with no choice but to file this lawsuit, end quote.
Well, in Connecticut, members of Newtown High School's class of 2024 had bittersweet feelings at their commencement ceremony. Now, along with the excitement about heading off to college or careers, about 60 of the 330 kids who graduated yesterday also carried the emotional burden that comes from having survived one of the deadliest school shootings in the U.S. history. Now, 20 of their fellow first graders and 6 educators were killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School on December 14th, 2012. During the graduation, the names of those who died were read out loud, followed by a moment of silence.
Well, life-threatening flooding across South Florida, some areas getting months worth of rain in just hours.
Meanwhile, it's ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports a new wildfire has burned at least 6 structures and forced evacuations near Phoenix.
This morning, a state of emergency in Florida as life-threatening flash floods inundate the southern parts of the state. Tropical rainstorms unleashing more than a foot of rain in some areas. Hallandale Beach hit hard, more than 17 inches falling, 12 of those in just a few hours. One resident opting to kayak instead. Many in the area say they're still recovering from last year's storms. People seen evacuating this mobile home park, and they weren't alone.
And the humans aren't the only ones feeling the impact. Mario spotted that possum there, trying to get out of the water there.
The downpours creating a nightmare for travelers. More than 1,000 flights canceled or delayed at South Florida airports. The Florida Panthers, on their way to Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, delayed more than 3 hours. Parts of Interstate 95 shut down due to rain and flooding. Other streets completely inaccessible. Cars stalling out across the region.
You can't drive through this right now.
No, you can't drive. I mean, cars can't even get out.
Crews in Miami running more than 24 pumps to try and curb some of the flooding.
We're near downtown Miami where the water keeps on rising. Here it's almost up to my knees, but it only gets worse further down the street where all these cars are flooded. You can also see that school bus this is not over yet.
Rain is expected to fall in the area through Saturday. Some areas could see up to 10 inches. Meanwhile, in the west, a new wildfire sparking evacuations in Wickenburg, Arizona, about an hour outside of Phoenix. Multiple structures burning as a major highway, US 60, was shut down in both directions. No word yet on what started the fire. Temperatures in Phoenix hit 111 yesterday. Part of that western heat wave brought record temperatures to Denver, the mercury hitting 109 degrees in Las Vegas. That extreme heat now making its way towards the East Coast. Temperatures are expected to reach into the 90s tomorrow in Atlanta, Raleigh, Durham, and Philadelphia. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Well, it's a place where you can travel the world without buying a ticket.
We're talking about your local library, and as Patty Santos tells us, librarians have a list of activities during the summer break for your family to enjoy.
Summer is here. That means librarians are busy.
It's one of the most exciting times at the library with programs and events and free gifts.
San Antonio Public Library has 2 months of free events planned out for kids and teens, starting off with freebies.
So for kids, we're giving them a free book. That's for ages 0 to 12 when they come in, and they get to pick it out, whether it's a board book or a beginner book or a picture book or a chapter book or a graphic novel. They get the choice.
Teens get free t-shirts created and designed by another teen. What can they do while at the library? There are tech classes, gaming, art, and craft classes, even book clubs.
For adults, we're giving away free summer tote bags. Now, all of this is while supplies last, and not every location is going to have all of these options available.
Librarian Hasmin Salinas says the goal for SAPL is to help communities, young and old, make connections and engage. What's a better way than with entertainment? Including magic shows, bubble parties, music concerts, and interactions with live animals.
I should stress that everything at the library is free for anybody who wants to engage.
Aside from thousands of books, did you know there are magazines, newspapers, and DVDs available for you to check out for free at all 28 library branches? And your library card can also give you streaming access at home.
Our app that we have called Canopy, it's something that they can digitally stream from their TVs. So if they have any type of streaming device at home, they can download that app for free. They can connect with their library card, and they can see up to 20 movies or TV shows at a time.
Okay, and here is why getting your kids to the library is so important. Studies show that students may lose up to 2 months of reading proficiency over the summer. You can get all that information on this and other kid-friendly activities on KSAT Kids section of the KSAT.com and our KSAT Kids YouTube page. Guys?
Thank you, Patty, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Patty.
Yay!
It's 5:42 and 77 degrees.
And do you need a new friend this summer? Well, the San Antonio Humane Society has a special pet for you coming up next.
77 degrees. It is muggy out there, and it's really going to heat up throughout the week. Triple digits on Father's Day, but Mike says by this time next week, maybe we're going to crank the heat down just a little bit thanks to what's going on in the Gulf. He'll explain when we come back.
Look at the little boy here, just got to cuddle in. Comes here from San Antonio Humane Society.
He just wants to snuggle.
And that's his
That's
the name
his name.
fits, yes.
Because he just wants to snuggle in your arm.
Because he's just a little baby. How old is this guy?
He is. He's about 3 months old.
Okay.
I know how we're talking like low baby talk.
I don't know why. Anyway, decent sized dog. His brother is a little bit bigger than he is.
Yes.
Probably some lab
mix. That's what I'm thinking. A little bit of lab terrier mix. Definitely going to be a good sized dog.
And his brother almost looks a little shepherdish or rod or something like that. So,
but yeah, he just wants to be held right now. He's just a baby.
And is that when you get to be about 40 pounds, you're just going to be a baby
then
as well?
I don't think I can hold him anymore.
Yeah, but you'll
but
take
he will snuggle with you on the couch.
all the room on the couch there, and a blanket and a pillow and everything. What you got going on?
So we are benefiting from the Lock and Terra White Party with their Topaz. So you can go online and purchase tickets. It's at the end of this month, and the proceeds come back to us. So it's a fun event. You can go out and have some fun there and just enjoy. So, but yeah, we benefit from a portion of the proceeds. So everything's on our social pages, and you can purchase tickets on their website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of websites, you can always go to their website and volunteering, fostering, donations,
everything.
Amazon wish list, the whole kit and caboodle. This guy, as you were talking, the eyes were getting really heavy there.
He's like, guys,
is it nap time?
It's nappy, Bill.
Yes, okay. So if you'd like more information about the little snuggles here, just head on over to the San Antonio Humane Society, 4804 Fredericksburg Road, 226-7461. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Super cute. Time now 5:47 and 77 degrees for now.
Take a look outside with Drive Cam. That's that incident that they're still cleaning up at 35 and Thousand Oaks. It looks like that 18-wheeler has finally been cleared, but police still cleaning things up. We'll get you an update in just a bit.
All right, 5:51 your Thursday morning, and things are not looking good on the northeast side for our drivers. Take a look. We're still dealing with the debris left behind from this crash here, 35 north at Thousand Oaks, and really we're seeing some major backups all the way 35 north at 410, that major interchange there. We're basically looking at an essential parking lot at this point. So right before we went to break, we checked in with Alex Gomez. So let's go back to him real quick because he is on the ground, on the scene for us. And Alex, how are things looking out there? What can you tell us about the latest in terms of the cleanup out there?
Well, this should be the last stage in the cleanup. Right now, all of the wreckage and the car parts involved in that accident are already picked up, but right now they're putting down sand, they're soaking up all those oils, the liquids that were spilled because of the crash, and then they're going to try and just clean it on up right now. So that's what they're doing. This should be the last stage, but again, only one lane open, 35 northbound. That right lane is open, so try and stay on that side if you're coming up here. The tail end of the backup should now be reaching past that 35 and 410 interchange. So leave early if you can, RJ.
Definitely want to do that. Also want to think about maybe some potential options. Parambital will get you up to Wurzbach Parkway. Randolph Boulevard might be an option there as well, but either way, a mess there. We will continue to follow the very latest there. We also have an incident 410 East Houston Street. Have a stalled vehicle being reported there. 90 at Penn Road, same situation there as well. Stalled vehicle over by Lackland Air Force Base, but again, the biggest backup we're seeing northeast side right now. Windcrest 35 and 410 area. All right, Mike, saw some rain roll through here yesterday early evening. That was nice to see. So how are things looking out there right now?
Well, a little humid. Hopefully you got some rain yesterday evening, and some folks got it in the morning, but after today, or including today, that's it for a while, unfortunately. Over there in Bandera, when those storms moved through, and look at that beautiful rainbow. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. All right, this is 10 looking out to the north and to the northwest. As you can see, well, at least traffic out there is moving along pretty well. Decent visibility. We're in the upper 70s right now, and there's a pretty good amount of humidity out there. Humidity is going to be sticking around throughout the day, so we'll be dealing with heat index readings. We make it up to the upper 80s at noon, and then the heat index is definitely going to get up into the low hundreds later on today with a high temperature of 97. So we'll be on average 5 degrees above normal across the board. All right, let's jump. First of all, here's what this computer model looks like. They want to try and get a couple, just because we've got this flow coming in here off the Gulf of Mexico, they want to scare up a couple of stray showers. I guess you can't completely rule it out, but I'm really not buying into that too awfully much. Again, if there's so much extra humidity around here, perhaps a light little sprinkle. But we go into Thursday, the rest of the day today, and you can see there's not going to be much of anything. Okay, as far as long range, next Wednesday through the weekend, the following weekend, still leaning toward the above normal side, but notice the rain chances. As far as the odds of seeing above normal precipitation are pretty good for that time period. Look at how temperatures want to get closer to normal readings, and still going in toward the end of the month, the long-range computer models want to lean toward above normal precipitation. So it's encouraging going into especially the latter part of next week. 97 today, 98 tomorrow, 100 on Father's Day. And then we sort of shift gears, if you will, and we're going to see temperatures drop down and rain chances improve going in toward the latter part of next week. A lot more after this. Stick around.
Ahead in our next hour, GMS say if you're ready for some free summer fun, we have the programs that you can take the kids to at the San Antonio Public Library. Plus, our conversation continues about elder abuse and its rise in cases across Bexar County. That's ahead in our KSAT Community Town Hall later today. Let's take a look in at Drive Cam. There is that incident that's causing some major backup on the northeast side, 35,000 Oaks. RJ will have an update for us in just a bit.